Family disowned me after I lashed out at them for favoring my sister. Now they want me back for Chinese New Year. When I, 26F, was 2, my parents had another child who we shall call Emma. Emma is a smart, disciplined and very kind person. She's my family's favorite. I come from a very rich and known family in China. We have several company and properties, so that's why everything she wants is always given, while I had to do extra chores just to get extra allowance. When I was 14 I was given a red pocket for CNY. Emma also got one. When we opened it, Emma received a bunch of red bills. If I remember correctly, she got 12 red bills, signifying they want her to have a prosperous new year and hope that money will never be a problem for her. While I got only 6 red bills, I cried, saying it's not fair. As punishment for my tantrums, my parents took my red pocket and told me to go to my room. I remember being comforted by Emma, and she even offered to split it in half, but I declined and told her to leave. It's been that way since every Chinese New Year. Emma always received 12 items such as gold and money, and even receiving blessings and praises from the elders, while I, the eldest, always got smaller amount, and as I grow older I received a smaller amount due to their excuse that I'm getting old. Anyways, 2 years ago for the Chinese New Year, my family went all out for the Chinese New Year, even as far as to give all the employees a red pocket that is very thick. When my grandfather started giving every grandchild their red pocket, everyone but my sister got one. It was suspicious, but I didn't care. My grandfather called for Emma and told her to take this. He handed her an envelope, and when she read the contents of the envelope she started celebrating. Turns out she received 12% of one of the companies my family owned. I was mad. It was not fair. For context, in order for me to receive extra money for my school, I started working at the company. I learned everything that needed to be learned. I started projects that benefited the company. I did everything to boost the sales, yet all my efforts were not rewarded. Instead, they gave Emma the rewards I deserved. I saw red that day. I lashed out at everyone, questioning why I didn't receive the shares, that it was not fair and Emma didn't deserve the shares. My emotional outburst was met with criticism. My father got up and slapped me and told me I was an ungrateful child and screamed at me to get out of his house, as he does not want an ungrateful child to stay at his house anymore. So I left. I didn't even pack. I just left and drove off. 2 years had passed, and I moved to another country. I didn't contact any of them, nor did they contact me. I didn't bother to find out what happened after I left. All I know is they basically disowned me. It was ridiculous to disown me just because I lashed out at them. Anyway, on February 2nd my father emailed me asking for my attendance at the Chinese New Year at their house. When I read the email I cried. There was nothing else, just asking for my attendance, not even telling me they were sorry. I had a mental breakdown that day and even took a 2-day leave at the company I currently work for. I didn't respond, and now 3 weeks later I received another email asking me to visit China to spend time with them, even offering me to pay for my tickets and allowance. I'm hesitant to reply, but I want to go back to China and spend time with my gong. Should I go back? Edit explanation. My family is very strict, so my emotional outburst was seen as a defiance cue. How would you know that they hated you? My father fired me after I left and banned me from stepping foot at the mansion and the companies we owned. I was also not allowed to visit any properties. My mother told her friends that she wished she never gave birth to such defiant child. I cried at her words because how could a mother wished her child did not exist? My brother blocked me at his social media account, but I saw his final post before blocking me. It said, "Do not contact my name. She is not our family anymore. We have no more ties with her." Emma was also mad because she thinks I look down at her. My aunts, uncles and cousins decided to not talk to me, so basically I was excommunicated. Minor update: I responded at the email and sent them this following question and message: why did you contact me? What is your purpose for contacting? How are you and the family? That's all I asked. I will give an update if they contact me again. Edit 2. Hello everyone, here is a mini update regarding the email. My father responded to my email, saying he contacted me because he missed me, and he was apologetic for how he treated me and wanted to reconcile. I sent another email with a link to a video call and told them to call me at 2 p.m. Chinese time. In the call were my mother, father, brother, Emma, and my grandparents from the paternal side. We gave each other basic greetings and talked about what was happening in China and my life here, but I got tired of small talk, so I started asking why my efforts were never rewarded and why they were always strict with me, and I got an answer in our culture that being born in the year of the dragon was a lucky thing. It means you will be blessed and always dominate whatever field you work in. Emma was born in the year 2000, so that's why my paternal family saw it as an auspicious blessing and decided Emma should be around the company more, as she may bring more blessings. It basically explained why she always receives 12 items while I only get what they give me. I never fully hated Emma, but I admit that there is a feeling that will sometimes arise when I feel that they prioritize her again. As for me, it was not planned back then. My parents only wanted a single child, a boy. I was born 3 years after my brother, and although they cared for me, my parents had a hard time loving me as they saw me as an extra child. I asked them why they had Emma, and they answered that Emma was going to bring blessings to our family, and I broke down and screamed that it was not fair that I was their child too. My mother and father broke down, saying they were sorry and if they could turn back time, they would love me more. They said it broke their hearts to see one of their children grow without them overseeing my progress. They regretted not being at my piano recital and not being there when I graduated from high school. I cried saying it's not fair that I didn't get a happy childhood, and basically at that point everyone started crying. I asked why did they not reward my efforts at the company, and my grandfather admitted that his views were outdated and he did not want me to get any position at the company, but he apologized saying he broke my heart with his actions and told me if I moved back there he'll give me the position of director. I know what you are thinking, the company is going down, that's why they want me back, but nope, the company is still strong and provides a stable income. The call lasted for 1 hour and basically we talked about the family, how my life here is. I even told them that I went to the Taylor Swift concert at Australia. My parents was happy that I was happy, so they offered to buy me floor tickets at Taylor's concert at Singapore. My mom told me that Gong Gong misses me and to come visit him in Shanghai. She even told me she'd pay for my tickets and hotel just to visit them. I accepted the offer. I know how I could just forgive them like that, but honestly, I miss my family, especially Gong Gong, so I'll be flying back at the end of February. Update 1: I met up with my family at a hotel in Guangzhou and we had a heartfelt talk. I tried not to speak with my parents and siblings, but they kept asking me things about my life abroad and what I work as. My aunt may have seen my discomfort, so she told them to let me eat first. I admit it was quite awkward, since to me the pain of rejection and betrayal is still fresh. When we were done eating we started having a conversation. My aunt encouraged me to speak my heart out and tell all the wrongings that were done to me. After I was done I was tearing up. Luckily we were in a private room, so I cried my heart out that night. My cousins comforted me and fed me mooncakes. The night ended with all of us crying. Overall we had a slight reconciliation. They asked if I wanted to go back home, but I declined saying I had a plane to catch up to. They were shocked thinking I'm already going back abroad, but I said I was just visiting Gong Gong. My mother told me to postpone the flight so our entire family could visit Gong Gong. I agreed, so I cancelled my flight. I booked a hotel as I didn't want to be back in the place where I was humiliated and betrayed. I spent my remaining time with Gong Gong, which was 2 weeks, but during our tea, he gave me a folder and told me to open it, and I got the surprise of my life. It was a legal document that contains half of the company my Gong Gong owned. He told me that life keeps screwing me over. It's not accurate, but it's what I interpreted it as. He told me I deserve all the success I achieved and he is giving me full control of the company he owns once he passes or when I'm ready. I cried and my family was happy for me, and overall I finally felt that I'm needed and appreciated. Anyways, the entire trip was too long for me to share everything that happened, so I'm only writing the important events. Thank you for all your support and kind messages. It helped me see the bigger picture and guided me to make the right path. Edit. Hello everyone, thank you for your comments, but I would like to clarify one thing. My Gong Gong is the only one who supported my these past 2 years, so I assure you there is nothing suspicious with his actions. The Taylor Swift tickets they were offering is for Singapore, which I did not attend, and yes, my paternal side have multiple homes. However, my paternal grandparents live in Guangzhou while my mater, Nal family live in Shanghai.